Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to the next big thing. My name is Harlem, and today I'm going to start a new playlist, and that is about the Bash scripting. So I'm not going to cover what Bash is, what Bash does, and where Bash came from. I'm just going to give you a brief overview, at least what Bash stands for. So Bash stands for Born Again Shell, and it was named after Stephen Bourne. It came into picture somewhere around 1990. So that's it. You can go explore more about it. There are lots of stuff there on the internet. You can read about it and you can get the clear idea or picture, which I think is not that necessary to cover here. So you're gonna straight go ahead and jump into onto the field, and which I like to call it get down and get our hands dirty, because this is where we're gonna start it, instead of just giving a tedious theory or speeches about the whatever we're going to do. So we're just gonna go ahead and do the practicals, because practicals is going to make you more um, perfect. So the first command as a part of this tutorial is a PWD, and why we are learning the PWD is because we would want to learn navigation, or we should know how to move around within the terminal. So PWD is a very handy command, a very good command to show you where your current directory are. Since I'm using a Debian based operating system, so I can just see onto my screen as well my current directory, but in some operating system or some server you probably not see that. Okay, so you can use PWD, which stands for print working directory, or print current working directory. Okay, anyway, it will give you the current working directory or of wherever you are. So right now I'm inside this scripting directory, and this is my home directory. For the user it will start like that. This is root, and then this is the home. If you're on a Mac OS, you probably see user here, and then the name of the user. So in my case, this is my username, and then I have a directory on my user, and then I'm inside this scripting directory. So if I want to see the content of this scripting directory, like what are the things this scripting directory contain, I can just do ls. Okay, so if I do ls, I can see there are like few files. This is file, and this is directory or folder, and this is also file, and this is also file. Okay, now how do I know this is not a file and this is a directory? Is because of the color scheme. So depending upon which operating system that you are using, you probably see the color or you probably not see the color. So in any case, if you don't see the color, what you can do is just do ls and -l. It would list everything in a list. Okay, so now I have got the same thing, but these things are in a list instead of just put them one by one. uh, and in the beginning you can see some weird stuff here like RW and RRR. So if you don't know what these things are, these are the permission bits. So if you want to explore or learn more about the permissions, you can go out and check out my other video series that I've created for Linux command or basics Linux commands for beginner. Okay, so anytime you see minus, which means it's a file, or anytime you see D, which means it's a directory. And there's one more thing, you can see L as well, which is a link. You can go and watch those tutorial on a basic Linux command to know about the links and directories and file. So like if you want, ls command is just not limited to this -l option. If you want to explore more options about the L, or if you want to see what are the options are there, you can do man ls. So this is a manual page which is a comprehensive guide for any command. You can do man and put any command. So right now I've shown you pwd and ls command, so you can do the man pwd, and here I have done man ls. So you can hit the space bar to page through and see all the options that are available within ls. So one of the options is -a, which what it's going to do is gonna say it's going to do not ignore entries with the starting do not ignore entries starting with dot, which in other words you can see the hidden files. So how you can page through with this manual page is just hit the space bar and you can see the next pages. Okay, so anytime you'd like to get any help from the system itself, you can press H, or anytime you want to get out of this manual page, you can hit Q to get out of this, or quit. Okay, so the next command that we are going to see is touch command. So touch command would create a file. Like I have this one file and two other files and one directory. So if I do touch and I give a name of this file like new file, and I do ls again, there should be a new file, right? Similarly, now I have created a file. Now how do I remove the file? So I can remove the file as well, like rm command, and I can pass the name of the file. So this is the name of my file, rm new underscore file, and if I hit enter, and I do ls again, there shouldn't be this file uh, available. Okay. Okay, likewise we can create the directory as well. So in order to create the directory, we have command called mkdir, and I can give the name of the directory, so I can call new dir, and I do ls. So you can see there is another color available here. Okay, so removing the directory, there is a mr dir command, and I can say this one again, and the directory is removed. Anytime your screen gets filled up for 80-90% and you want to clear it, you just have to fire this clear command. What it will do, it will clear your screen like that. And it's actually not clear. In my case I cannot see it because I'm on a Google Cloud Shell, but in your case if you scroll it up you can see whatever you have done. So it just pushed it up and put you on top of the screen, so you can get the nice clear slate to write everything again. Okay, but anytime you want to see what you have done, you can scroll it up and you can see those stuff. Alright, so the next command what we need to learn is how we can change the directory. Right now I'm inside this scripting directory, and how do I go inside this directory, or how do I list the content of this directory? So there are a couple of ways to do that. I can either do ls and then pass the directory name of the directory. So right now I'm seeing whatever is there inside this directory. I can do ls-l and I can just do this again, so this would give me the list of this directory of majors. So major has these 4 files. How do I know that? Again, you can come here, you can verify with this bit. And the other way is I can just go inside this directory like cd majors, and I do ls-l simply without any parameter. Previously I had given a parameter major, and right now I'm inside the major, so I don't have to specify that, because I'm in a it will list, if I don't pass any option, it will list all the directory, all the content of my current directory. Now anytime I want to go back, I can do cd hyphen minus, cd space hyphen or minus to go back to my previous directory, or I can do, again I'll come back here, I can do cd hyphen dot dot to go one directory back. Now there is a difference between cd space minus and cd space dot dot. Dot dot means it will only put you to the one directory back. So in my case I was here, like I was inside here, so one directory back is this one. Okay, and the previous directory does not mean the same case. I'll show you what I mean. So if I do pwd, so right now this is the structure of my directory. Okay, now I'll switch and go to the root. So if I do pwd again, I'm here, right? So if I do cd dot dot, I mean nothing's going to happen. I'm going to stay there because there's no back directory. This is the root, this is on top of the hierarchy. But if I do cd space hyphen minus, I mean cannot come back because my previous directory is also this one. If I do this again, okay, so I need just cd and cd scripting, cd / and pwd cd minus. See, I was thrown back to where I went inside the directory. So I was inside this directory when I actually fired this command, and from here if I fire this command again, I was put back to inside this directory. So it's a nice little shortcut. Instead of defining the whole command, you can just do cd hyphen minus y, quickly get back to where we were previously. So you can explore more about it over time. You'll have a very better understanding. Now what we need to do, we need to cover the cp command, or cp and mb command. So I'll do ls. So anytime I want to copy something, like let's say I want to copy this speech into this directory as well, so there's a cp command, and I can do cp speech, name of the file. So cp would take 2 arguments, source and destination. So this is my source, and where I want it, I can put it inside this directory. Like I can give a new name of speech, okay, and there should be one file. Or what I can do, I can put this file inside the majors directory. That is something that's possible, so I can do that. I can either put it with the same name, or like I did in my previous, here I put it with a new name, because I was putting both of the file in the one directory, so I cannot possibly have both of them with the same name. But when I change the directory, I can certainly have the same name. So if I don't define anything here, if I don't give any name, it would put it as the same name. Okay, so I'll do ls-l and majors. So right now there's a speech. Okay, so yeah, if I want to move this file, I cannot move this speech file back here because I already have the speech. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move new speech inside here. So what I do, I'll check my PWD. So I'm inside the scripting. I'll move here so I can show you how you can move it. I'm just trying to use some of the handy little shortcuts or techniques to play with the file system. I'll do PWD again. So I'm inside the major directory, but the new speech is there inside the scripting. Okay, so how do I copy that? How do I move that file? So move, I can do dot dot and then forward slash and new speech. And if I do one dot, two dot means previous directory, one dot means current directory. So I'm saying this move command, this is my source and this is my destination. So my source is one directory back and there is a file called new speech, and I want that to be moved inside here, and I don't want the name of the file to be changed. If I want it to be changed, then I'll have to define the name, but I don't want it to be changed. I want a name intact, so I can do that, just that. And if I do ls, there should be one file new speech. Okay, now I'll go back. I will clear screen with the control L, or you can type clear simply. That same will do the same thing. I can go one directory back. I can do ls-l. I can see this stuff that I have. So the next is cat. I can do cat. Cat would print out the everything that you have inside the file. We have seen how to print out the content of the directory with the help of ls command. So when you do ls, you can see what is there inside the directory. Now how do you see what is there inside the file? So I can do cat, and I can just give a name of the file and hit enter. So here I can see what other stuff that I have inside the file. Similarly, I can do cat speech, and I can see what I have inside the speech. So I have lots of stuff in the speech. Okay, so you can get into the reading mode or paging mode. You can page one page by one, page by page, when you have a relatively bigger file like I have here speech. So I can do more instead of cat and speech. So here I can go page through page. I can read this one, then I hit space to get to the next page, then I space 8 to get to the next page, and so on and so forth till the time you reach the end of the file. Okay, so there's another two handy commands that we have is head. I can do head and speech. So in this case I can only see, I can get a sneak peek of the file, like I can only see the first 10 line of the file. Okay, so these are the first 10 line of the file, is because it's a one line long, that's why you are able to see it has considered this as a one line. And maybe I should show you that with the football. So here I have, I think, 12 of them. I had 12 clubs. Okay, so right now I can only see the 10 lines. Now if I do tail and football again, I'll see the 10 lines from the bottom. So you see in the previously it only showed the results since till Napoli, Rangers and Motherwell will skip, and here Liverpool and Barcelona are skipped because this is from the bottom 10 line and this is the top 10 line. Okay, so I guess that's it about the commands, the basic command that I wanted to cover in order to get started the bash scripting. In the next tutorial we're gonna get into the bash scripting, but before that we'll see we'll talk about a little more stuff like braces and tilde. Okay, so I hope you liked this video. If you did, please go ahead and hit that thumb button and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to bombard you guys with lots of new tutorials. So see you in the next tutorial, and take care. Bye.